is Eric, and I want to compare a game called Ghouls N Ghosts. I remember playing this when I was a kid on the Commodore 64, the first version we'll see today, and I wanted to compare it to the ZX Spectrum version, which is very good, a very good version of that. I know this was an arcade game, but I, for the life of me, don't recall ever seeing it in the arcade. Just never saw it. So my the only version of this I ever played as a kid was on the Commodore 64. And later on, I mean, this game was ported to so many different platforms. But anyway, so I'm going to play the Commodore 64 version first. I'm going to use the Competition Pro for both the Commodore 64 and the ZX Spectrum playthrough. I usually don't like playing games with the music on in the background. I like to hear the sound effects, but the music on this Commodore 64 version is really good, so I'm going to play it with the music. I'm going to hit fire to begin. Oh, really bad start here. You can see I'm already, your armor flies off when you get hit. And even though I like this game a lot, I'm not any good at it, so you can imagine that I'll be dead here very soon. And when you die, you turn into a little pile of bones. Now, I remember playing this as a kid. I loved it. The music was mesmerizing. But it was a very, very challenging game, so trying to talk and play at the same time is actually very challenging as well, so not that I'm making any excuses, but there you have it. I'll probably try to give this a couple playthroughs here. I usually get right about here, and then I usually can kill the... If I remember right, you hit that treasure chest because it turns into a wizard that changes you into a duck or something like that. Don't want to do that right now. I'm just going to look over here. Ooh. Oh! I forgot that little plant thing kills you. So anyway, you're this guy in armor, and you're running around trying to avoid all the bad guys, and you shoot a spear, and there are different weapons as you get through the game. This is my last man. Let's see if I can make it count for something here. Ah. Whew. I'm horrible. Let's try to do this one last time here before I go to the ZX version. Ah, that didn't seem fair. I'm really not showing off my video game skills here. Oh, that guy. I gotta... Looks like I gotta bend down to get that guy. Or squat down. As you can see with the Commodore 64 version, very colorful. The music is really good. But overall, just a very challenging, difficult game. I know that in the last couple years, I know I made it to... I know I've made it past the first level. You do get a choice of different weapons. This just isn't going to be my game. So you can also pull the joystick down, squat down to get guys that are shorter. You can also shoot up. Woo! Yes, this game gets very challenging. Oh. I meant to hit up fire, but I had already jumped on the ladder, so I'm really just trying to rush through this, so I'm not doing a very good job. Anyhow, you get the way the Commodore 64, very good graphics, chunky, colorful, nice musical soundtrack. Overall, fun game to play, very difficult though. So let's play the ZX Spectrum version next. So this is the Ghouls N Ghosts on the ZX Spectrum. You can hear there's a tune here. It's different than the Commodore 64 version, but it's still very good. I'll tell you what I thought about this as soon as it starts here. So I picked the Kempston joystick. So the first thing I noticed, of course, with this game, like a lot of the Spectrum games, is it was very monochrome, very, you know, not very colorful. But you get over it very quickly because the gameplay on here is so smooth. I mean, it plays faster, it seems, than the Commodore 64 version, but not in a bad way where it's more difficult to play. In fact, I find it a little bit easier to play than the Commodore version. I'm still bad at it, but it doesn't give you an option to play the music during the game, which is actually just fine with me. Like I said, I don't care too much for music. I don't care too much for music during the game. The lack of color actually in this game kind of in this works. First of all, you don't see the color clash, the attribute clash that you see on some ZX Spectrum games that try to get too colorful. But you can see the graphics are very precise, which is very nice. I ended up liking this version very much. It is quite a bit different. The placement of things in this is different than the Commodore version. You can hear the, I think it's rain or the ocean or something. You can hear that sound in the background. Oh! But you can hear the sound effects in the ZX Spectrum version are very good. I like it quite a bit. But incredibly smooth gameplay. The graphics are very detailed, as you can see. I meant to shoot that guy, but I jumped. I'm gonna try to focus here, get a little further. I like the little noise hitting the tombstone. Oh! Got me. Couldn't turn around fast enough on that. Let me give this one more playthrough. Uh-oh. Now I turned into that duck. It'll wear off in a minute. There we go. Can't outrun those, so I need to turn around faster and shoot those guys. As you can see, I'm horrible at this game, but I do like it a lot. It's a very good game. Ah, that was a bad move. Whew. With 5 levels, you know, it's just a challenge to get past level 1. At least it is for me. Overall, I'm really impressed with the ZX Spectrum version. I mean, this game was programmed very well, very smooth. Seems to take advantage of 128K because this is played on a Spectrum 128. I don't know if I can jump over this guy. No, I've tried that before. Oh! So overall, you get the gist here. Between the two versions, the Commodore 64 and the ZX Spectrum version, they are quite a bit different, but both very good. A lot of fun to play. I was really impressed with the ZX Spectrum version. I don't know, I do find it challenging sometimes to find Spectrum, especially 48K games that are that run as smoothly, or the graphics are really good. I mean, there are a lot of games with good graphics on the ZX Spectrum, but especially when you compare them to Commodore 64 versions, you know, sometimes they're lacking in certain aspects, but this one is one of those that is an exception. I think it's just as good, if not even a little bit better. It plays so smoothly and is so fast, so I really like it. But anyway, decide for yourself. Let me know in the comments what you think about the game, and let me know. I'll talk to you next time.